He's not going to benefit at all.
About set to begin another. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10.
So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And a look here at the veteran under center, their 7th-year quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of rough decisions out there.
And got him to win.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Giants
On the ground is the rookie from Alabama. And a pretty little juke move there. A nice game. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 carries, 89 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, obviously he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame, he's feeling pretty good. In fact, more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think the short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. There's a short one caught by Johnson. Now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Back to throw here. Pass the 20. Touchdown, Giants. Malik Murders, his first touchdown of the year. And the Giants put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of the team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Makes the score.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you got to stay alert out there on every snap. That's truly run his kick-up charges any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book. He's an asset to have in any offense.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Despite a great move
at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and
first carry for their fullback. Able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
No gain on the play. It's
pretty good effort effort there just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I thought for a second he might get all the way and pick up the first.
But he really did give it an excellent effort, a little extra effort there. He actually kept them in a position where there's a decision to be made on fourth down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run the button. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here at 1st and 10. On the end, this is their fullback. From the 46, here's the 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
A handoff to Barkley running left. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. You talk about this Giant defense. They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down. Braden Mann.
Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
The
Giants offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. And he continues to be a nuisance for opposing defenses that are tasked with trying to slow him down. He's currently 2nd in the NFL in rushing. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you got that short week. But when the team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
At the 26.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
3rd and 3.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up from the air. Under pressure, he'll go down. They'll sack him on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
It's 4th down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Jamie Gillen in punt formation.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the 2nd quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense and running back Saquon Barkley ready to get going again. And he's run well here in the first half of the season, no doubt. You can see the graphic. NFL leader in rushing coming into the weekend. Fancy footwork in midfield. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Gain of 12 yards.
Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. At the 45.
To Barkley on the check down. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
The tackle made back at the 48-yard
Now
line.
on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So they decline the holding penalty and will take the down instead as that leads us to 4th. He'll look to throw. And he'll find the open man. That's complete. And he's going
It's a gain of
A
11.
gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That play was all Bobby Okereke as he got there and dragged him down for the loss. The Eagles had a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. Well, they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play.
They'll try and run forward Barkley. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's
It's
enough.
made at the 6-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
2nd and 6. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's Deontay Banks with it. And the Giants are going to have it here as they start at their own 7.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And New York set to take the field. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Jet sweep to start the drive. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away.
Brings up second
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They get 11 back on mark. It leads to 3rd down. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Makes it 3rd and 1.
Sneak it here. And he will have the Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talked about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Backfield, he'll get the carry. And now a whole lot of room to operate there in the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
2nd down and 6 now.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, they'll drop to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. He nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or too short.
At the 16-yard line.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts.
It's fourth down.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on fourth. They'll set up to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Giants go on fourth but come up empty. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not to any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
They'll look to throw again. He finds his time and got it. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 39.
That's another Eagles.
And he spikes it to stop the clock, and now if they choose, they'll have a chance at maybe a long field goal try here just before the break. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. We're already on to Week 6 of the National Football League regular season. A lot of interesting matchups to look forward to this weekend, including the big one.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The quick feed by Jackson. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line.
Second and 9 now. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over at that time, but it's going to lead to third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Midfield before being stopped just before the 35. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. First and 10 at the 37-yard line. Got him in. It's Brown.
The pass on first down.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6.
Out of the shotgun.
30-yard line.
3 yards there to the 27.
Saquon Barkley, the ball carrier. He was tackled at the 27-yard line.
The keeper. And he is going to have the Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down. A gain of a yard. First down, Philadelphia.
Up the middle with Barkley. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 65 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
The tackle by Micah McFadden. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Intended for Dallas Goedert. Incomplete.
They'll set up the throw. To the middle of the field, he's got an incomplete. And the Eagles are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
First and goal, Philadelphia.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. They go back to the ground now. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
At the 4-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
Barkley again. And he's there. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are an extra point away from evening this one up. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of a tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change their mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already know it's going to be a hard game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Out of bounds at the 26-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
At the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 4.
Now back to throw. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. And he will have the Giants first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down.
First down. First and
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Second down.
It's a pickup of 3.
Brings back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they got things rolling on this drive. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down.
He was taken down.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Loss of 2.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. They'll look to throw. Gets past one man. as they get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards.
Giants, first down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on first and 10. And they'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Now second and 9.
On the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up second to throw.
He gets it left side to Johnson. And a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up third and 2.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it third and 2.
From the game, they'll try to run it. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
A loss of a yard.
Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming.
A 32-yard attempt.
Gano's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and we can next on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The quick feed by Jackson. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And it's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Eagles.
Down carry for Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The broken tackle couldn't create a ton of space. He'll be taken down just beyond the 35-yard line.
A gain of 4. And it's third.
Looking to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch, signal for, and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Looking to put a drive together. Let's start on the ground here on first down. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 9.
They'll drop to throw. The throw right side caught by Neighbors. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37.
8-yard gain.
Now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Gets by him at the 25. Punt of 41 yards officially. And the Eagles will have it taking over first and 10. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his good tight end. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for an Eagles first down. A gain of 11 on the play. And an Eagle first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his quarterback there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That was good.
I don't know if you need the big shot right there or not, because you still got time to work some of the shorter stuff and try to get into field goal range. They did go for the big one there. It would have been nice, but it winds up incomplete.
And this is Smith with a ground. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. The New York set to take the field. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They got their 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And let me tell you, that wasn't as easy as it looked. Dancing away and moving forward for 6 yards. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Eagles will take for the 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
31-yard line.
And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game. But, hey, they got enough points to get the job done. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win. And in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.
So for the Giants, they remain as hot as anyone at 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.